Hello, peace and love, and happy Monday. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and in good spirits. Today, I'm here to put a little bit of mojo into your Monday. I am Coach Latasha, self revival and master spirit coach. I empower survivors of domestic abuse and sex trauma by teaching you how to get out of survival mode and step into your free, self directed, sovereign life with confidence and authority. If you need that, if you were stuck in unrecognizable patterns, if you are repeating cycles over and over again with a different person, that's what I'm here to help you with. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And can you hear my voice that I'm a little bit tired? My voice off. I've been up for quite some time, but I still, my body just ain't caught up to the fact that my mind is up yet. So how are you feeling this Monday? One thing that I heard is not to be afraid, okay? Especially with this hantavirus going on and the lack of response, being that you already had a little pandemic. You had a pandemic, and then the situations represent themselves, and still like the act wasn't fast enough. So I know that there were different, things that may have kept them from reacting as quickly, but sometimes you have to think, well, what was it on purpose? So with that, I'm definitely hearing, with everything going on in the world, please don't be afraid. I'm not saying not to be wise. Do whatever you need to do to keep yourself safe and feeling good. But as far as worrying about it day in, day out, let's not do that, okay? So I have 3 decks that I feel the need to go into today, and we're going to see what the Most High has to say to us today, what special messages that we need to remember, especially for this week, especially for this period that we're going through, especially these mental shifts to where we're having a lot of mental ups and downs. Let's see what the Most High wants to say. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my shuffling first. First from my ancestral path tarot. I'm gonna go into this one. And next I'm gonna go into the Love Who You Are Oracle. Okay. The cards are speaking beautiful messages. And the Gratitude Oracle deck. I love the imagery on this deck. It's so like mystical and outer worldly. Much like myself. Okay, let's see. All right, so I have some beautiful messages, and I do feel like these messages are really pertinent. It might be really difficult to accept some of these energies at the time because the energy is so up and down, and I feel like the collective is facing so many challenges, mental challenges, physical challenges, spiritual challenges, growing, trying to become better people. The mass is awakening. So this particular message is for someone who maybe doesn't feel quite as appreciated. And because of that, because of the experiences that you have gone through, and because you're a person who you elevate quickly and you're able to do so alone, you're in another one of those periods to where you are in hermit mode. I have the Hermit here, followed by 6 of Sacred Circles, meaning, oh, that's beautiful imagery. I got to go back to that. And the Emperor. So I feel like this is a woman who definitely carries a lot of masculine and feminine energy, and you being able to balance the two, knowing how to work those two really gets you far in life. It really gives you the ability to know how to speak what you need, what you want, what will actually happen into existence. And with the 6 of Sacred Circle, this is someone who your isolation is for a reason. It's making you better. It's making you stronger. And you see how this lovely decorated tree is over there by itself, but it's looking at a field of trees, of growth, of family, of belonging. So there is a sense of you going through this period in order to be able to heal yourself, to be able to properly attract the right type of people that you want in your life, the people who can see you for who you are, and the people who can assist you on this Emperor journey, honey, because the Emperor ain't playing. He ain't sitting around. He is someone that is savvy with their money, savvy with investments, maybe have the gift of gab, someone who knows how to make something out of nothing. This is what I'm really feeling. And someone being in hermit mode, maybe feeling a little bit forgotten, taken advantage of, mishandled, mistreated, you really being in a cycle to where everything is going to be working out for you if you can just hold on. And the next cards that we have are even more beautiful. Spirit is just directly saying, now this next deck, I felt the need. This was at the bottom of the deck. Release expectations. Release the need to control is what I'm hearing specifically. Release the need to control. Release the need to try to foresee a certain outcome. Okay, things are going to be happening in your life that are going to be unexplainable. They're going to be the right moment, the right thing at the right time. And the next card was expect a miracle. So you're not going to foresee this. You can't see this. Sometimes when we're like trying to put all of our trust in, and those insecurities, those fears, those not quite believing what God says, what God has for us, wholly, and being used to being in survival mode, it sort of keeps you on edge a bit. It sort of keeps you want to have control of how you vision it, of how you think you need things to happen. God has foresight, way wiser, way above our own logic. And when the time comes, you will understand exactly why things happened for you the way that they did. Wear your party hat, honey. Celebration is in order. Okay. The fact of you already being a person who is, what's that word? Methodical and intentional, and just not you have structure to the way that you do things. Release those expectations. Expect the miracle. Things are going to be changing, and put your party hat on, baby, because we going party. We going party in. And the next from the Love Who You Are. What is this? Is this the Love Who You Are deck? Oh no, the Gratitude Oracle. Possibilities. Possibilities, nature's beauty, and stillness. So, okay. So from what I'm hearing for this is some of us need to go ahead and get outside in nature while the sun is shining, spring, the flowers are out. Stop and literally stop and smell the flowers, stop and smell the roses. Take time to be in stillness. And nature is a beautiful way to do so. I mean, just being around water, just watching the birds and hearing the different types of songs that they sing, just really allowing yourself to immerse yourself in the moment where you are without being worried about what you have to do next, being worried about where you have to be. Be intentional about your rest, your respite, about your stillness, so that you can be able to create the type of energy that's needed for this cycle, because this cycle requires flexibility. And to also, with this possibility, be able to envision possibilities, not control, not try to control an outcome, not try to control how you think a situation should look or how it can turn out, or what you think God will do. But you being able to actually envision those possibilities that you didn't see for yourself. Moving forward on the things that you've had in the back of your mind. Maybe going towards that new lifestyle that you really want for yourself, that you know is going to make you feel better. Fully commit to certain things. Explore possibilities. Explore that this next season, even if you might not be where you want to be today, explore that in that next season you will look the best that you have ever looked. You feel the best you have ever felt. Okay, you're stiff, your joints are loosening up, and you're not as stiff and tight and constricted. And I really do believe emotional health, emotional balance has a lot to play with our physical balance. Caffeine, I need some caffeine, Lord. But being able to imagine the impossible, that's where it starts. Everything starts with a thought. Every action starts with a thought. So being able to imagine, being able to create that for yourself, being able to envision yourself doing certain things, it's very important, because when you start to vision it, The more you want it, the more you start to build those actions to do so. And now is the time, okay? Do not be afraid by the tactics that our government is doing, whether it's real or fake. I don't know. Everything with the government seems fishy to me, but just know that as they're playing with our lives, as they're playing with these rats and doing certain things, it's just, just know that you have to be your own best advocate. You have to speak up for yourself, your rights, your health, and you have to make yourself aware and know what your spirit and body says. Because this season here, they are really testing the people. They're really coming for our voice. They're really coming for our ability to be able to provide for ourselves and to be able to have possibilities. So all of this that I'm saying, all of this that spirit is conveying may seem counterproductive, may seem impossible. But when I tell you, okay, God has done some amazing things in my life. I know that he's done some amazing things in your life, and you just never know what God has in store for you, especially when you're rising to that level of the emperor. Okay. This is someone who is headstrong. This is someone who has been through a lot. This is someone who is being guided, protected, motivated, and you have to assert yourself. You have to be assertive, and you have to be active in this activation, active in this new period of your life. Okay. So I really hope that this has helped you. I hope that you have the best week. If you enjoyed this, if you got something from this, let me know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Also, if you are someone who is needing to reprogram your mind, needing to know the steps of how you can get out of these toxic cycles and repeating patterns, you can book your free 45-minute clarity session today at www.clarasrevival.com. Claim your session today so that way we can see if we're a good match and I can get to the bottom of the issue that is keeping you stuck. I love you, family. Have a good week.